The podcast. You're back again. We're back again. It's myself and Josh.
Hello.
There we go. And we've actually finally set this up so it looks like a proper podcast, which we're both probably far too excited about, to be honest.
Yeah.
We've been trying for so long to get this split screen side by side thing properly, but now it's worked. And we can both see each other on Skype.
Which way do I need to look? Am I looking at you, Dave?
That's you looking at me, yeah. And then this is me looking at you, like that. So... yeah. Hi. We finally got it nailed, which is great. But yeah, how are you? How are you, Josh?
I'm alright, yeah. Managed to get myself a haircut. Post-lockdown haircut. I realised last time I had my haircut was February the 20th, so a good 5 months, almost 5 months without a haircut.
Was it sides only? Did you go in and be like, leave the
You know what?
quiff?
I'd grown attached to the long length on top, and I said to her, just you know what? Just take the sides, and that's what I've done.
No,
I don't quite know how to style it. It's just kind of in its infancy in style, but we'll get there, Dave. We'll progress. Eventually, I'll be happy like our split screen. I'll be happy with the style of my hair.
Nice, excellent. Have you been to the pub?
No, not well. So I played golf yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Lovely round of golf at Borton Golf Club. Lovely. It had a nice walking in first tee. I had never been there before. Walking in first tee is just surrounded by the bar and lots of other people waiting around. It's like, oh man, can we not just have a concealed first tee so I don't have to take because it's literally my first shot of the day. And so I played with Owen, a friend of a pod, co-hosted a couple of times in either of our absence, and also Jim Carver,
Quizmaster Jim,
who was Quizmaster. Yeah. And I was unfortunate. I had to go first. We flipped for it. My tee shot, I took an iron off the tee, just straight up down the middle, lovely. Everybody else thought I was going to be a magnificent player because that was a great shot. Owen, tee shot, I think he just shot out a little bit right, and I was like, okay, that's a little bit fine. That's fine, it's okay.
Yeah.
Jim. Jim's first. He swung, topped it, just bobbled between his legs, and at that point, I lost it, and I was just like giggling to myself, and I had to turn around and like muffle my laughter because it's not going to help anyone. And Jim proceeds to do exactly the same thing, second time in a row. And I'm sitting there just doing this, like kind of trying to stifle my laughter, and Jim's going, "It's not helping, guys."
Bloody hell. Jeez.
But afterwards, we had a beer had a cider shandy because I'm that kind of guy.
Yeah.
In the bar area, so I've kind of been to it was a kind of outdoor bar area, but not been into a pub yet. No.
Okay, right. Who won? Who won the inaugural?
I
Did
won,
he score?
I've got a trophy and everything.
Have you? Is it in arm's reach or?
No, it's downstairs. There was also a nearest the pin challenge. There's going to be a little medallion.
Yeah.
But in every single par 3, none of us hit the green, so we're like, well, we'll have to wait till next time.
I'm gonna settle in well when I visit back to the UK and join in for my debut.
Your level, or are you going to be showing us up?
Well, I'd say I sound like I'm better than Jim.
Yeah.
But what would you do? Full 18, and what did you go round in?
Oh, okay. Full 18. First 9, I went round in 53.
That's good, yeah.
Second 9, fatigue, and it was a harder 9. I went round in 70.
Oh, okay.
It got pretty bad, that second 9.
Yeah, and you won it.
I won it, yeah.
Okay. I think I'd come in as tournament favourite. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, look at the big balls on Nichols.
I normally do an 18 and around about 104, 102, 104.
Okay.
So yeah,
Nice.
I try and get around. It's about 50 each 9. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. I'm playing a lot of golf out here at the moment, so you can
Nice.
see my golf clubs, I think, but then you can't see them on.
I can. Yeah, I can see your golf. Yeah.
The guys on the.
This isn't the golf. This isn't the golf talk podcast, is it?
It's not, and we've got big news. We've got some big news. But Josh, I'll let you start. What's your first news topic?
I didn't really want to talk about football this week because it's been bleak. Let's talk about. It's bleak for someone else.
Norwich City, Jim's team. Norwich is. We could have used that as a good lead in, but we didn't.
Right, yeah.
Next time Norwich get relegated, we know.
Yeah.
We know what to do.
Tell you what seems like a long time ago. That old Pookie form.
Yeah.
Team with Pookie's form, doesn't it? It seems like a long time ago.
It seems like they've just been very poor for a very long time.
Yeah, well, just to put it in context, Norwich have scored 4 league goals, since the start of the year.
Oh my word!
and they conceded 4 goals, and Mikel Antonio scored the same amount of goals as them yesterday.
That's ridiculous. I mean, there's lots of people that are saying like they're the best team to finish bottom of the league. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Like, I think you look at teams.
They're not the worst. Derby were the worst, but they're not great.
But like, you look at teams that you'd much rather be the team that finishes 17th with a goal difference that's +1 above whoever finishes 18th and played turgid football. But yeah, I've not really understood the love of Norwich from a outside. I don't think they've played that good football. It was fine while Pukki was scoring, but they were still conceding a lot of goals, and that's their downfall. They just cannot defend. They're so
There's so much naivety to their play. It was kind of like they're knocking the ball out. They're trying to play good football and knocking it around the midfield, but they're creating very few chances for the strikers and conceding lots of chances at the back. It's kind of like they were just kind of nice guys. It's like there's no real. You look at that side. There's no one you really detest, is there? You got some detestable players elsewhere around the league, but in that side you go, well, they're kind of like they're unoffensive, aren't they? Inoffensive. Yeah.
Inoffensive. No. Well. Yeah. Unoffensive. It's not an English grammar. It doesn't matter. It's not an English grammar podcast.
But with the results that went yesterday, Bournemouth and Villa now 6-7 points adrift.
Yeah, Watford turning it around against Newcastle. We'll come on to the games later, but it's looking pretty bleak for all the teams that are down there at the moment. But I mean, Norwich. I mean, we've talked about Max Aarons. Probably will be taken somewhere else. You would imagine someone will pay money. Now they've gone down. What would be your cap at Spurs if you wanted him? What would you pay?
Max 30.
Okay. And
maybe
what other
kind of 20 something with some add-ons.
Okay, and what clubs do you think you'll be challenging for? Like, with if Spurs want him, who else would be interested?
So United wouldn't, Arsenal wouldn't, Chelsea wouldn't, Liverpool wouldn't,
Man City?
City wouldn't.
I think City would. I think City would.
Maybe.
Carl Walker.
Maybe.
Yao Cancelo's not been brilliant.
30 years old now. They've gone through right back side. So Danilo and Yao Cancelo. Maybe. I don't know how they're stacked for homegrown. They've got a few knocking about, but that'll be another one. That's going to be the lure for a top 6 side. But I think Spurs are probably the highest placed side who would need a right back. I say highest placed side.
Yeah, wow.
Let's not look at the current league table. There's probably some teams above us in the current league table would need him. But
Sheffield United, Wolves.
I don't think he'd be upper echelon. I think he'd be kind of
What about Everton?
Yeah, Coleman's not getting younger, and Sidibe's only on loan, I think. So
I don't think they made Sidibe permanent. So
I think people would be hesitant about him because of his small stature. I think Mourinho in particular would be hesitant about him because Mourinho normally likes quite a big player. Yeah. Just throughout the pitch, he likes having quite a sizable side, doesn't he? And Aarons is quite small. But for me, the lure for Spurs is that he can actually take on a man. There's so many fullbacks in the league. As soon as they're met with another opposing fullback or a winger, they can't take them on. And immediately it takes away that threat. The fullback knows he's not going to go around the outside of him. And it completely shuts off that opportunity, and you're going to be playing in field. Whereas Aarons can actually go around the outside of people, much like Kyle Walker used to for Spurs, because Aurier and Trippier can do it, and so that would be the big the boy of getting this.
Okay. Yeah. And any other players from Norwich that you think now they're down? Like, who's going to be sniffing around these players? Do you think Pukki's got another big club in him?
I think Pukki will stay personally. I think Buendia will probably be looked at. I imagine Tom Cantwell will be looked at. Yeah. I don't think that'd be necessarily the best business someone to do, Tom Cantwell. I think he's maybe had a bit of a purple patch of a season. I'm not sure he's going to perform as well. And probably Ben Godfrey, a young centre back, he'll probably be. But I don't think it'll be again. I think both Cantwell and Godfrey and probably Aarons would all do fine if they stayed with Norwich. I think it's a risk whether they get enough game time, whether they're going to move someone to be a starter. Not sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fair enough. I mean, you got any highlights of the season from Norwich? I mean, is there anything stands out?
Beating Man City, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that's the obvious one, I think. Yeah, beating Man City, and then.
I suppose they probably like beating Spurs in the FA Cup on penalties. With if FA Cup, I say the FA Cup on penalties, make it sound like it was the final, but
could be for them. But I think. Like low lights, I would say, even if it wasn't their relegation game, losing 4-0 to West Ham is pretty dreadful.
Yeah, away. So West Ham obviously playing at home to West Ham being away, scoring 4, Mikel Antonio scoring those 4, and West Ham keeping a clean sheet.
That's not good.
It should be automatic relegation by itself.
Yeah, it should do, really. It should be. Yeah. So, but are you sad to see him go? Are you sad to see him go down, or do you think the table doesn't lie?
They're never going to change their approach. They're never going to spend big and derail the club. So it's always going to be a lucky staying in the league if it is. And they've set a record now. Most relegated side. Five times they've been relegated now.
Yeah. So I found it very interesting.
They're just perennially the yo-yo club, aren't they?
Yeah.
Used to be West Brom. West Brom have had a few more consistent years, and obviously they could well be back up again next year. But
yeah, I mean, What about Daniel Farke? They keep him? Does he fark off?
I think he should, fark off really.
Yeah. So
he never instilled any confidence in that side. The mentality difference between obviously performing well in the Championship and then it seemed like he was just resigned to being relegated. I mean, it was an argument for their squad being weaker this year than it was last year.
Yeah.
And I don't think he really ever believed that he could stay up. I think he downplayed it so much that it probably got into players' heads that they thought they were never going to do it.
Okay.
So, don't know. He obviously could easily get promoted again because maintaining a squad, and he's done it before. But as far as a Premier League manager again, unless he's learned some lessons this year, I don't think he'll be the manager to maintain the league if they get promoted again.
Yeah, I mean, I just found it really bizarre in that game against West Ham, which is such a crucial game. When they had that, I watched it, and when they had that first drinks break, like, he's the only manager I've ever seen that just sits there and doesn't go and interact with his team.
Yeah, Chris Wilder complained about it. It's now become like a tactics break, which...
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm a bit scared about this drinks break. But it might become a recurrent thing because what a great time to chuck in some more adverts.
Yeah, that's true.
You see it in like the NBA and American football and stuff like that. It's a perfect time to either split screen it and chuck in some Bet360. See Ray Winston's massive head coming on the screen. I'm honestly amazed unless there's some reason why they couldn't do it yet. But it hasn't been done this season.
Yeah, true. I didn't think of it like that yet. Bit of money to get the betting companies to pay the Premier League. So.
Well, and talking about betting companies, Spain has banned betting sponsors on kits from next season.
Yay! Good. Hopefully other people will follow the...
I imagine with the money pouring out of football this year, that it probably won't happen that soon in England because everybody will be trying to get as much money as they can. If they've got a sponsorship deal from... They'd have to be told not to, wouldn't they? They're not going to turn down a sponsorship deal from a betting company which is twice as much as a tyre company or something, are they?
Yeah, exactly. So... But, okay. Any other thoughts on Norwich before we move on and chat about what I really want to talk about?
I didn't particularly enjoy them, miss them. It was a bit meh, really.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess you said you played golf with Jim. How was he taking it? Because obviously the game was after.
I think he just had seen it coming. He was just obviously it was no surprise. He got told 2-0 down. There's no reaction from him. It was just kind of like, I think they just know that they're almost like there for a season and back down again, and the longevity of the club stays, but it's not Premier League football.
They could have both of them could have used it as an excuse as why you won the golf. You were the only non-footballing game on the golf course, as it were, because it was West Ham v Norwich. So.
Oh, and we got them in North London derby today.
Yes. Good times. Well, we'll touch on that in a bit because the next big topic, if you've seen the thumbnail of the podcast, is around VAR and the farce of VAR, but we'll touch it. We'll go VAR first. So the Premier League have come out and admitted that 3 of the big decisions on penalties were all wrong. And how is that acceptable?
So it was all 3 of Thursday's matches had a penalty decision that was wrong. Spurs didn't get the penalty that they should have got, and the other 2 games got penalties that they shouldn't have got. So Man United was Bruno Fernandes, who is getting a bit of reputation with me for being a bit of a diver. Oh, he's
100% a diver, massively. Yeah, he really is. But it's a free kick to Konza, the defender. It's not a foul on Fernandes. Fernandes tries to if Fernandes had touched the ball with his second foot doing the pirouette, then it's a foul because he's still in control of the ball. But he doesn't. He stops the ball dead and then loses it and just stamps on Konza's shin. And that happened. I was like, penalty. When it first happened, live, I was like, that's a penalty. He's just kicked the back of his leg. The referee's got the right decision. As soon as they showed the replay, I was like, how is that? That's going to be overturned. There's no, carry on. Nothing to worry about.
Well, and that's the thing, because the way that I feel with VAR is that every time a goal goes in, I'm expecting it to be ruled out.
Yeah.
Like when the actual goal goes in, because the amount of scrutiny that every goal has when it goes in, like they're looking for the marginal calls offside, and it's not what VAR for me was intended for. It was to rule out obvious errors, not to fine tooth comb and try and find a way to rule out a goal.
Yeah.
But that level of effort they're putting into the goal scrutiny, it doesn't seem to be replicated in terms of what they're doing with penalties, because it's just it's another decision. You can look at a few different angles, and it seems like they're rushing into those decisions and then taking absolute age over goals. But it's the same thing, because if you're giving a penalty, you're majority of the time you're giving a goal. So
because one of the things that came out is that it was Michael Oliver, wasn't it, who was in charge of VAR on Thursday for all the games. I think it is, isn't it? They have one ref.
All different times, yeah. So and he was also the VAR ref when
Sheffield
Spurs had Sheffield United goal ruled out. Yeah.
And I think, is there a bit, because Michael Oliver's not. He's obviously a qualified referee. He's a good referee. He's proven enough to be at Premiership level, but he is one of the younger Premier League refs around. Maybe not the youngest anymore, but he maybe must be in that bracket of younger, rather than like your likes of Mike Dean and that sort of ref.
John Moss with his who can't keep up the play anymore.
How is he still a ref? I don't know, but yeah,
he gives a foul just to get a breather.
Yeah, it's like, is there that element that Michael Oliver doesn't want to change John Moss's decision? He doesn't want to change Mike Dean's decision because it's not a subordinate doing it, but it's someone who's not been doing it as long. Because the Kane one, the Harry Kane one, I can see that as there are a lot of pushes in the box. You don't know how hard he's been pushed.
I wasn't overly gone. I didn't think that's 100% a penalty. Like that, if it got given, I'd be like, okay, that's a bit of that's a penalty, but
yeah,
I'm not screaming for it.
The Bruno Fernandes one is 100% not a penalty. I'm a Man United fan. It's 100% not a penalty. Never a penalty. You can try and argue it is a penalty as much as you want, but you're wrong. Whoever is arguing that is wrong, and that makes me think, what's the point of VAR? Because the whole point of it, like you said, is to correct those obvious errors, and that was by far an error, like clear error, and it's just, give the penalty.
Yeah, I think that's been right from off. Remember, I mean, they're still not using screens, or very intermittently, and it was the fact that in the first 6 weeks of 6-7 weeks of the season, there were no decisions were being overturned. It was just it was like they were scared to criticise, and like they kind of had a pact beforehand. They all got in the room going, right, we're right on the pitch. Let's not undermine ourselves. But now they're really not the final decision maker on the pitch. They're the, like Mourinho said, the referee is now the assistant referee. The assistant referee is now the assistant referee. The main decision maker is the person in the VAR room. It is because they have the end call on it, and it's not the way that I think it should be intended to have done.
One of the things that are really, we'll go into, this is just turning into a general VAR chat, but one of the things that really annoys me about it is we're seeing a lot more goals because linesmen don't have to put their flags up. And that brings that disappointment, like you said, is that every time a goal is now scored, even the commentators are now going, and he's put it in the back of the net, and the flag has stayed down, and they're going to check it with VAR, and it's like, it's just check after check, right? Got to look at the linesman, then you've got to wait and see what VAR says on the screen if it's close, or everyone goes back to the halfway line, the ball goes on, and everyone waits, and then the ref blows his whistle. It's just a bit of a...
it needs to be a change in the offside, and I'm still in an iron whether the margin for error would change anything, like if you added like 10 centimetres or whatever, is a kind of buffer zone, because it might change the mentality of players, because as a player now, you've got to be like, I know it was always the case, you had to be behind, there had to be two opposing players in front of you, but now it has to be the final call, so it changes that mentality. And I can't, and people say, when it's just going to be on that the end edge, when you get to the end of that 10 centimetres, it'll be fine tooth comb on that. But I think it's got to, I don't know, I can't quite work out how I can't really play it in my head, but it seems like that should be a kind of a trial or something, and
I mean, it's a weird thing, VAR, because we were both I can remember we've had it when we chatted about it before when it was getting errors wrong, and we were like, well, it's not VAR making the error, it's the users of it. And I feel like it's been rushed. Like now, we've had pretty much a whole season with it now. Mm-hmm. It's not been brilliant. It's taken too long. When they have to show you on Sky Sports that they're showing you and they've got a red and a blue line, and then it's just whether the blue line is in front of the red one, and it's offside, counts the goal. I mean, that's not football, is it? I'm a blooming engineer. I love data and I love analytics and I love the precision of life, but not in football, not like that. It's just there's no daylight. You can easily tell if it's one foot or the other, or a head is in front of someone. I'm going off it.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where it goes from here. You remove it, then you have the obvious errors that people criticise, even the offsides. People criticise again because
it's got to a point they can't remove it.
Yeah, it's got to be adapted now.
Yeah, they can't remove it because they've already implemented it and it's already cancelled out goals and stuff like that with that red and blue line, millimetre, centimetre accuracy or however they deem it. But yeah, I don't know. I'd love to see the quality control on it to see, when they zoom in on a picture, what are the pixels compared to. Yeah,
because you see what you get put forward is it doesn't look that clear, but surely they've got a better version of it in their central hub. And
yeah. But the second one was obviously Harry Kane, like you said, at Bournemouth push, and you think could have gone either way?
I think so. I think it is. It probably is a foul, but there's a lot always goes on in the box. You could probably call a number of fouls each time, but for Spurs or for Mourinho to say that affected the game, it's like, come on, we had another almost like 80 minutes of play and we didn't get a single shot on target. It would have changed the game, but you can't let that one decision affect you and affect the game. We had no shots on target the whole game. It's just, oh God.
It's the first time Bournemouth haven't had a shot conceded on target for how long?
I think it was when they were in a championship. I think the last time that happened.
Something like that. But yeah, it's you still happy with Mourinho? How long are you going to give him?
I just think it's bigger than Mourinho. I think that we have been playing awful for a couple of years, and I think you need to obviously have a transfer window to do something about it. But it's fallen at a very bad time in terms of ability to spend any money because of revenues being so hit by COVID. But the problem I have with Mourinho is that I can't see the style we seem to have gone to since restart is we're just not going to concede. He's trying to shore up defence because we've now had three clean sheets since restart. It's been absolutely mind-numbingly boring. Like, I thought the Everton game was bad, but turns out winning that softened the blow because drawing to Bournemouth 0-0 was the most boring game I'd seen. The second game after that, and that was really bad. But there's no discernible real style. There's no excitement whatsoever actually, and I feel for Harry Kane. I mean, if this carries on and Mourinho's there, Kane will be sold. Kane will want out. He's getting no chances whatsoever, and the pressure's building on Kane because everybody's talking about how few touches he has in the box.
Yeah. And, more touches at centre back against Bournemouth than he did.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, he's not one of the maybe in his younger days he was generated a few shots for himself, but that was probably in an attacking side where defenders actually had something else to concern themselves with. You look at like the space like against Aston Villa, like Greenwood had to get his shots off. It's like Kane's not afforded that space because the defenders he's up against, there's no one else making any inroads at all. It's like the system isn't working. So Mourinho's not improved any player, not improved the style, but I'd give him a bit more time. I'd probably give him the whole of next season personally.
Yeah, okay. You're rattling off everything how I felt halfway through his career at United. And maybe after a season that's how I felt with United because I just don't. He just hasn't evolved anything about his style, his coaching, anything about that. Nothing's really evolved, and it's irritating to see it for me at a club like Spurs, who I always used to have a bit of a soft spot for. But yeah, I just don't like him.
I'm pretty sure we'll flip back to a Pochettino type manager afterwards.
Yeah, I'm
pretty sure we'll go for like a Julian Nagelsmann or something like that, and just go back to a high. I love watching high pressing football. Absolutely love it. It's just exciting. It's all action packed. There's no pressing. There's no energy. There's no attacking verve whatsoever. So it honestly is just. There was like after the Bournemouth game, the next day was like back in training. Like Spurs Twitter, like back in training, ready for the game, and like people commenting like, "Please, can you let us know what you're doing in these training sessions? Because you seriously can't be doing like try and be the most boring side ever because it's just I don't understand what goes on."
Yeah. Bloody hell. Yeah. But
I mean, the trailer for the All or Nothing Tottenham Hotspur
the editing of
came
that
out this week.
The editing of that is superb. Where Mourinho walks in and Christian Eriksen's like
Yeah. Christian Eriksen now with Inter Milan.
Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. But okay, well we'll move on. We'll move on there, Josh. So we'll move to the quiz.
All right. Ooh la 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 la. Ooh la 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 la. Ooh la 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 la. It's quizzing time, right, Dave?
Is that your mouse? I should drink. It's the football talk flask. Right on cue. The quiz is on screen, Josh. The quiz is on screen.
Okay, this popped up on a footballer's Instagram feed that I follow on Instagram, obviously, and I haven't checked it for validity. But he was going, "Oh, it's good to be in the top 10 goal-scoring defenders in Premier League history."
Oh my word!
And so I thought I would just turn that into a quiz. So he didn't. He had obviously a list of including names, but I've given you their nationality, their kind of standard position. Some obviously would have played in different positions, emergency, positions. The goals they've scored and their Premier League appearances. So, Dave, when you're ready.
Right then, number 1, England centre-back, 41 goals, 492 appearances, John Terry.
Correct.
Number 2, England left-back, 38 goals, 360 appearances. Now, my first thing coming to mind was Ashley Cole.
Ashley Cole, who got about 5 goals in his career.
Yeah, but now I'm thinking it's Leighton Baines.
Oh, Leighton Baines is number 3.
Oh, what? A goal scoring. Oh, Stuart Pearce?
No. Not. Did he? He must have had a little bit of Premier League football at tail end, but
yeah, not that much. Yeah, 360 appearances. Is that in? Oh, I was going to say, is that in the Premier League or national?
Wow.
So I've got number 1 and number 3.
Oh, yes, so Stuart Pearce did have. Wow, Stuart Pearce. I don't know. This is. He had 3 seasons in the Premier League for Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
2 seasons for Newcastle. Don't remember that at all.
Don't remember that.
And 2 seasons for West Ham.
Oh, right. Okay.
But in that time, he only scored, what was that, 13, 15, 16, 18 goals.
Okay. England left back, Wayne Bridge.
No.
Julian Dix.
Julian Dix is down there at number 8.
Is he?
Lovely work, Dave.
England...
We'll leave number 2 then. You seem to be getting a little bit stuck on that one.
4, Republic of Ireland left back. Is this someone that is like a bit could move around and not always play left back? Or is
no. I think I reckon this time it was just constantly left back, very one-footed.
Oh, Kevin Kilban?
No, he was. He started more wing and moved back, didn't he?
Ian Hart.
Ian Hart, good goals to game ratio there from Ian Hart.
Yeah, good for superb free kick take, wasn't he, Ian Hart?
Yeah, love to. Always the same. The old up and over wall, curled it into the corner.
Yeah. England centre back, 27 goals in 374 games. Rio.
No.
Tony.
No,
Adams.
they're not big names left, Dave. If I'm honest, if you want those English, there's 3 England players left.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not sure. I mean, this one would have played for England a number of times, but number 6 and number 10 probably only got a handful of England caps between them.
Oh man. Okay, we'll leave that one as well.
Oh, so number 6 actually has an England B cap to his name.
Is that it?
Well, if you want 12 under 21 caps.
Bloody hell.
Current manager of York City. You want to depend on what your lower league knowledge is like.
Absolutely rubbish. England centre back with 27 goals in the league.
Yeah, number 5. Yeah, he's still playing actually. Number 5.
Still playing in the Premier League.
He was still playing in the Premier League. Solid defence as well. Probably been one of the signings of the season.
Oh my god.
Partnered someone else in this. Was a centre back partner with someone else in this list.
Phil Jagielka.
Who are you partnering with?
Sylvain Distin. That's a good shout, though, isn't it? That's a good shout.
You've managed to link it through there, but it hasn't worked for you.
Damn it. Okay, we'll leave that one. Leave that England centre back.
Yep.
England right back. 26.
Yeah, this is one. In case you got confused, this is one with the England B cap.
Oh my word.
This is the England B cap York City manager.
Which means he must be. Like, it sounds like he's absolutely terrible, but he scored 26 goals.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how he managed that. I didn't realise he was a penalty taker.
I've literally got no one coming to mind. Right back. Penalty taker.
He scored a hat-trick for Everton once.
Well, it's definitely not Tony Hibbert then.
No.
An English right back for Everton that isn't Tony Hibbert. Phil Neville. No, he's played for England loads of times.
No, his Newcastle, Villa, Everton, West Brom, Sheffield Wednesday.
Newcastle, Everton. Would you say Newcastle, Everton, Villa?
Newcastle, Villa, Everton, West Brom. Did not like the South.
Oh my word. No, pass. I'm going to have to come back to that one.
Okay. All right. Now, you got the wrong French centre-back when you named Sylvain Distin.
That's annoying because I can't think of any others.
And this, to give you the hint, this is the player whose Instagram I saw it on.
Laurent Blanc.
Not Larry White, no.
So he must still be playing.
No.
No? Oh, right.
Nope. No, only one player on this list is... Two players on this list are still playing. Leighton Baines and the number 5.
French centre-back.
He played at right back, at left back. He was versatile.
Michael Sylvestre?
No.
Oh.
Also partnered a person on this list.
Oh my god, that doesn't help me.
The same person.
What?
So number 5 and number 7 have been centre-back partners for another person on this list.
Oh my god, this quiz is killing me. French centre-backs, Dave. Come on.
Premier League winner? Oh, is he a Premier League winner? Must be.
All I've got in my head at the moment is Gilles Grimondi.
No, I'll read his honours. So he's got, 2 Premier League titles, and
so he's played for Arsenal. He played for Arsenal.
He did play for Arsenal, yeah.
But he didn't win the leagues at Arsenal.
No, he won the leagues at another club.
Kolo Touré? No, he's not French. He's Ivorian.
Loved London, did this centre back.
William Gallas.
William Gallas.
Oh my word. Okay, so who's William Gallas partnered that's English?
You've already named his partner. His partner was John Terry.
Oh, okay. But you said someone else has partnered.
Yes, so someone else has partnered John Terry.
Gary
Number 5
Cahill.
partnered John. Gary Cahill was number 5.
Oh man.
So you're left with 9. Well, you haven't named 2 and 6.
Yeah.
But you haven't given 9 and 10 a go yet.
Right, 9. I think 9 is Dan Petrescu.
9 is Dan Petrescu. Scored a number of goals. Didn't realise that.
He did.
But did you realise he was in the Premier League before Chelsea?
No. West Ham?
Yes. I think it was Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Dan Petrescu. Good little player, Dan Petrescu. Good little player.
Yeah. Well, he joined Sheffield Wednesday in 94-95 and then Chelsea in 95-96.
Wow. England centre-back, 23 goals, 332 appearances.
Left-footed centre-back, yeah?
Oh, there can't be many of them. Matthew Upson.
No. You know what? When I said that, I bet Dave guesses Matthew Upson rather than the player who it is. Let's have a look at Matthew Upson's Premier League goals.
Who else was a left-footed English centre-back? But they didn't play for England that much.
I wouldn't have thought it's too many, no. This player will also have a Premier League winner's medal. So he's got 26 caps for England. So a fair chunk.
Yeah. A left-footed centre-back for England.
Yeah, and he has won 2 Premier League titles.
With the same club?
With the same club, yeah. And one FA Cup.
It can't be Chelsea. Can't be Chelsea.
And one League Cup.
Left-footed centre-back for Arsenal, for English? No. For Man United? No.
No, sorry. Oh, we had a little spell in Greece. Did not know that.
No, and do you know what? I don't think I'm even going to get these at the end.
He's got a lovely aesthetic to his Wikifiles, actually. He starts off at 212 appearances for his first club, then 113 for his second, and then 107 for his third, 36, 30, 4 and 2. So it's degrading every time. It's lovely. He was a Wolverhampton Wanderers youth player.
Oh my God.
Moving then to Everton and to Man City.
Joleon Lescott. Oh.
Joleon Lescott. Oh dearie me. Now the left back, the first number 2, the left back. We'll tie this off now, Dave, rather than dragging this one out. I'm pretty sure was a penalty taker and maybe the original Leighton Baines.
That doesn't help me out. Who's the original?
Well, he played for Everton. Left back, English, played for Everton. Could also play centre back.
Who on earth
has been caretaker manager of Everton?
No.
David Unsworth.
Oh, David Unsworth.
Now, was the right back, the England right back who's played for Newcastle and that? Was he the one who had the flip throw in?
Greg Halford? No.
No, it's long. I can't remember if he had the flip throw in or if that was Steve Howie.
I don't think it was Steve Howie.
It was Steve Watson, number 6.
Steve Watson.
Now I need to go back and see how he scored his goals because that's a lot of goals for.
Is that all of them?
Right. That is all of them.
Oh man, I was like, bosh, John Terry, yes, let's go, and then
Baines, Ian Hart.
Yeah,
then it really dried up pretty quickly, actually, didn't it?
Yeah, and I saw Romanian, and I thought Dan Petrescu straight away, and I was like, this will be easy.
It's a problem when you get English centre back. You've got 3 English centre backs. Oh god,
bloody hell! But no, good quiz. Cheers.
No worries.
I mean, I hated it, but I hated quizzes where I struggle, so I hated it. But no, good. Hopefully, those listening and watching fared better than me, because that was I wasn't very good. I wasn't very good in that one. That's a fail. I'd say that's a fail of that quiz.
I fully agree, Dave.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a quiz for you. And, my quizzes take time to manifest because I always forget to do them. But in the next... How many games are left of the season?
3 for some, 4 for others.
Right. On the week after the season finishes, the Premier League season finishes, I'll have a quiz for you. So 4 weeks. Unless I get it done before that, then I'll do it earlier. But I've got a deadline of 4 weeks. So.
Okay, yeah. So the last games are on the weekend of the 26th of July.
Okay.
The last games.
Good. You'll have 20 questions. I've already got
a question on each club.
I've already got what I want to do in my head. Yeah, something about each club. I've already got one doing my head. I just need time to figure it all out. So
Okay.
yeah,
Exciting.
excellent, love it. Right then, Josh, on to weekend's football or football that's happened.
Well, we'll touch on your side first. Obviously, you didn't play on the weekend. We'll touch on Aston Villa, Man United, in the Eric Jemba derby.
Yeah, saw him play.
We've always mentioned the penalty decision.
Yes, yeah.
And how Bruno's a massive diver. And now I'll just quickly touch on Bruno. I'm yet to be convinced. All right.
What? He's very, very good.
Right, I'm yet to be convinced. Right, it's just I need a bit more of a larger sample size. He may be very good. I just need a full season of him.
Okay.
Even a start, because he's obviously come off back of a very good sporting season, straight into it. It's all been hurry, yeah, continue. But now you have a pre-season, you have a new season, new expectations. We'll see.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I think he's very, very good. I think the difference it's made to the whole of the Man United team having Bruno in is that it's another player that's creative and it's not all reliant on Pogba.
I was having a look at Man United's squad, and it's a very well. You're probably maybe one or two away from a very good starting 11.
Yeah.
But I'd liken it to the Van Dijk effect on Liverpool's defence. I've always been fearful, and obviously it hasn't happened with Van Dijk. He's been the mainstay, but as quickly as it comes, it can go.
Yeah.
Bruno's out for 8-10 weeks with injury. That's my hesitance with it to go. Man United are back. Man United have been underperforming for years. You're now kind of back to where you should be. You're a powerhouse in terms of what you can spend. Your side will be a very expensive side, and but you're playing lovely football. I mean, you set a new record. You know what record you've set?
Oh yeah, the most goal winning games in a row with a 3-goal margin.
Yeah, you've just done 4 on a bounce.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, you're unbeaten in 17. And do you know what your goals for and against are in that time?
It's like conceded 3 or 4. No, more than that, because we lost. Conceded 6, yeah.
Conceded 6, scored 46.
Yeah. Incredible, isn't it? Incredible. Highest, no, not. It's the highest scoring front 3 in the Premier League, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, it's outscored Mane, Salah, and Firmino. And
yeah, the old defensive false 9 Firmino. Did you see his dribbling attempt yesterday? He just looked like someone had stolen his powers, like Space Jam. He just kind of literally didn't know what he was doing with himself. Yeah.
But so it was a good game. Good game against Villa. Penalty changed it, obviously. I think we would have broken them down eventually.
Yeah, but Villa just gave up and literally like, well, that's that then.
Yeah.
And United just didn't get out of second or third gear. They just accepted defeat at that point.
Yeah.
I am on the Mason Greenwood bandwagon though.
Oh, he is already very good. He's going to be phenomenal. And he's going to partner Harry Kane in a formation up front for England at the Euros.
Harry Kane's broken, mate. Harry Kane's broken. His days are numbered.
You reckon G South is going to drop Kane for Greenwood?
No, he won't do that.
So Greenwood won't start then?
Yeah, no, it won't happen for years. But I think that it'll be like the pressure will build. Like, is Kane up to all the touches in the box? And these players have scored so many more than Harry Kane. It'll be just pressure builds. Do you know what? As a shout out, I said a progressive manager to replace Mourinho. I would not be surprised to see Southgate as Spurs manager in the future.
Really?
Okay. No, I will say I want him. He's impressed me for England.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. It's a different kettle of fish being a Premier League manager and all the pressure that builds. But Gareth Southgate has been fantastic, like off the pitch, hasn't he? He's been an absolute ledge. But I could see that.
Yeah, he's had experience of club management that didn't go brilliantly. Middlesbrough was okay,
yeah.
But But I think it makes me all tingly, Josh, thinking of Sancho, Greenwood, Sterling as a front 3.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'd say you're.
Or Rashford.
Centre back.
Greenwood.
I'd say you're a centre back and Jadon Sancho, or centre back or left back, and Jadon Sancho away from being a very, very good starting 11.
Again, Luke Shaw's done well this year.
That's why I say Luke Shaw's kind of been okay, but I can't help but feel that Lindelof is just not quite to the level that he should be.
Yeah, I can see that. But we've had this discussion before about centre backs at United, so. But yeah, it was a good game.
You're hoarding them.
It was interesting that Grealish came out and said afterwards, not straight after the game, but he said it to I can't remember. It was a local journalist, but someone in Birmingham as a journalist, and said he's finding it really hard in the games to get up for the games without the crowd there. Because not only is it the whole end that obviously encourage Villa, but he plays off being the villain.
When they're going I can fully see that. You got Grealish is this really kind of cocky, loves anything, doesn't he? He will take the flack, he'll take the praise, and I can completely understand that. There'll be players who've actually loved this situation, pressure off and performing. But yeah, Grealish, I can see how he would thrive off that.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting.
Where's he going, Dave?
I don't know. I would take him at United. He wouldn't be a starting 11 player, but I would take him for a squad depth.
Yeah, I mean, you've got your midfield. Your apart from McTominay, I'm not sure in your midfield three who would be. You obviously got Matic, McTominay, Fred, Pogba, Fernandes. I think that because of that Lingard going, Mata going to go. I think he could still be the kind of the backup to Fernandes, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's what I think.
And he could also operate wide because obviously.
Yeah. Going on to the left, but interesting. All right, next game. Where do you want to
go? Let's go to an absolute S housing. I won't swear at this time in the morning, but Liverpool Burnley, the Danny Ings derby.
Yes.
Man.
How did Burnley keep doing it?
1-1 that game.
Yeah.
First time this season Liverpool have dropped points at home, therefore removing the chance to beat the record because Spurs are joint holders of the record for 18 wins and 1 draw. They were on the course to get 19 wins. It does still mean that Liverpool have unbeaten at home for like 3 straight seasons. If they don't lose their next game, are unbeaten at home for 3 seasons. They're still only 60% of the way to beating Mourinho's record, which is just absurd.
Yeah.
Mourinho had something like a 150 game non-losing record, unbeaten record. That's what you call it.
Yeah. We can call it non-losing. That's fine.
Well, that's he's starting out again with Spurs. We're not going to lose the North London derby this afternoon. That's what's going to happen. You wait. Spurs going to go. Poof. Is that a good explosion or a bad explosion? I'm not sure.
It sounded pretty dud, that explosion. So,
yeah. Nick Pope.
Yes.
Where does he rank in your England goalkeepers list? You're formulating the Euro 2021 squad.
Yeah.
You say it was now. Where were you putting him? Are you putting him in goal? Not putting him in goal.
No, Dean Henderson's in goal.
Dean Henderson is in goal. Is Dean Henderson confirmed to be Sheffield United goalkeeper next year?
Not yet. He's confirmed his loan for the end of the season, but they haven't confirmed it for next season yet. So,
okay.
Dean Henderson number 1. Doesn't really matter about 2 and 3, does it? They don't really play. Pickford number 2, Pope number 3, just because of experience.
I don't know. I think Pickford will be thereabouts, but I don't know. Pickford he does not fill me with confidence, and I don't want that from a goalkeeper.
No,
I think what's going to happen here?
Yeah, I can understand that.
He likes jumping around. He just what a weird thing to say about a goalkeeper, but he does love jumping around.
Yeah,
he loves throwing himself. So against Spurs, he just threw himself to save something. It's like that's going out.
Yeah,
and he did something similar. Obviously, he palmed up for the Liverpool David Orrega's goal in the last year's.
It's like he has to get his kit dirty.
Yeah.
So that he's proven that he's done something in the game,
and obviously we've all been falling foul of lockdown fashion, but that goatee, Jordan Pickford, just sling it off, get rid.
So what are you saying? Because can you remember when we had? Now that they're still around, but when these goalkeepers were coming through, and it was like Ben Foster, Tom Heaton, Jordan Pickford. And we were like, how do you decide which goalkeeper to take? And now it seems like actually none of them are very good, and it's this guy Dean Henderson that's come out of pretty much nowhere. Yeah,
that's the funny thing. It's one of those things when you look at the a newspaper will do who's the squad, what's the squad going to be in 8 years' time? You're like, there's players you haven't even heard about, and all they have to do is make a breakthrough season. They could easily be 12 at this point in time, and you have never heard of them. And it's. I don't know. I think I always find it quite exciting when young players come through, and you see, and they may never progress to be as much as you think they are, because it's not like a linear trajectory. He's got this good after a season, he's going to keep going up and up. But because Pickford, obviously, signed for big money from Sunderland, had a good season, breakout season for Sunderland, stagnated a bit really, maybe regressed a little bit, and time will tell if the same is going to happen to kind of Dean Henderson in that regard. But
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Again, and the goalkeepers, I think, are in a very strange situation. For the likes of, like you say, Pickford's breakout season at Sunderland, he's under a lot of action all the time. Like, all the time, shots at him. Dean Henderson at Sheffield United, they've actually played very well this season, but he has had a lot of shots to save. And the problem is with, like, De Gea, is that De Gea's gone from under Mourinho, Van Gaal, where we had a pretty poor defence in front of him. He was saving lots of shots and I was busy the whole game, whereas now he's not, and it sort of shows that his concentration
That's my
isn't there.
pushback. I had some friends going, Nick Pope for England. It's like, the problem is, it's a different kettle of fish. It's different, and the same way it'll be different for the Trent Alexander-Arnolds of this world. It's a different. You're playing so. For Nick Pope, he's there, all action, constant. For England, against a lot of teams, especially in qualification, maybe not in tournaments because we're low down the pecking order, but it'll be concentration that's needed, and it's a different mindset. Like, and I mentioned Trent Alexander-Arnold, he won't have Mo Salah in front of him. He won't have a fully operating beast of a side Liverpool where he can just bomb on with crosses. He will have to be concerned about defending. And that's not a great part of this game. So people are expecting to pick up Trent Alexander-Arnold and put him in England side and be exactly the same player. It's just not going to happen.
No, I agree. Yeah, I agree. So, we're actually running close to time. So I was just going to say, is there any other game you want to touch on before?
Well, just quickly, Sheffield United, the Vinnie Jones derby. I thought their season was done and dusted after restart. We had a couple of blippy games, and now they've absolutely smashed it. And it turns out losing 3-1 to Sheffield United is not for everyone. Can't do it, can you, Chelsea? 3-0, gutted, boys.
I mean, this is. I was actually hoping we had a bit more time to talk about this, maybe in another podcast. But Chelsea's transfer business. I mean, it looks great from the outset. They really need defenders. They really need defenders.
Not one of their centre backs is what you'd say. All of them could be the partner to a Virgil van Dijk character.
Yeah.
But then none of them are there's no partnership you work up there going, that's going to win me the league.
Yeah, exactly.
Or that's going to challenge for the title. And same at left back. Right back, they're fine. Reece James and Azpilicueta are okay. Even Kepa in goal, I'm reluctant about. I don't know who's going to be buying him for 75 million. Yeah. But they need a centre back and a left back at least.
Yeah, agreed.
Midfield attack, fine.
And they're bringing in Timo Werner and Kai Havertz apparently, and Ziyech.
Yeah, I don't know. Kai Havertz, I suppose they could bring him in, and Barkley could go out and Mason Mount drop to the bench, but that's just disgusting. That's disgusting. It's just, I don't know where the money will come from because they need to buy a centre back.
Yeah, we've just got a little visitor. Hang on. He wants a cuddle. So, hello. Right, Ross. I do that all the time and stream as well when I'm streaming games, and Ross is there, and I call him Josh. It's very weird. But anyway, shall we move on to the Wikifiles?
Let's move on.
I got a Wikifile. Here comes a Wikifile. I got a Wikifile for you. Hey! So the Wikifile is on the screen, Josh. It's from me to you. Take it away. And I have fact-checked the hell out of this to make sure it beats all rules.
Okay, so we start off in France. Lille, 94 to 97, 3 years there. A massive 6 appearances. Must be the start of his career, because then he goes to Sedan, does absolutely nothing, no appearances, but that manufactures a move. Maybe he's just matured and someone's taken a stab at him. 4 years at PSG, 98 to 2002, 43 appearances, 1 goal. Little loan spell to Montpellier there, 17 appearances, 1 goal. Then we have a move to Birmingham City. 2 years at Birmingham City, 36 appearances, no goals. So we're thinking defender, but a very, very low goal appearance count. He's not been at the forefront of anybody's. He's not really a first team player here, is he?
That's
Christ, 153 across his whole career. That's like half of what he should play.
Yeah.
23 appearances for Portsmouth in 2 years. Obviously had unfinished business at Sedan, wanted to actually make an appearance. 21 appearances, 1 goal this time. And then final year at Nîmes, 7 appearances, 0 goals. So I'm thinking French. I'm thinking defender. I'm thinking kind of, I don't know why. I'm thinking centre back, right back. Maybe plays a bit of both. Okay. How close am I to that?
You are correct in terms of position, but he never played right back. He's a centre back. He is not French.
He's not French, so he's of African descent.
He is of African descent.
Can I have his nationality, please, David?
Yes, he has played. I haven't got it in front of me. 25 times for Senegal, no goals.
Oh. Now there was.
Do you want an interesting fact about him?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
In his first 6 games in the Premier League, he got 1 red card and 4 yellows.
Oh my! Some adjusting
his red
there,
card
isn't
then
it?
got rescinded, which is why he then could play the next game and picked up the 4 yellow cards.
Lovely. Toned it down a little bit. Now, someone I've got a few players in mind. Is it someone like a Koulibaly?
Right.
No, am I off?
That's nowhere near his name, but yeah.
Okay.
Other fact for you: he has managed Senegal under 18s, under 21s, under 23s, and is currently the Senegalese manager.
Oh, that's easy. You've given that right away then. I thought he was more of a defensive midfielder. It's Aliou Cisse.
Aliou Cisse, yeah. So.
Wow, he had a real short. I mean, he's turned out to be a decent manager for him, but that's a real short career in terms of league appearances there, isn't it?
It is, yeah. 153 appearances in 14 years. No, 15 years.
10 appearances a year.
Yeah, it's stealing a living. No, he got a big problem with injuries. He amazingly at Birmingham City. Obviously, I read all this whilst doing the Wikifile, researching the Wikifile. At Birmingham City, he signed. Then basically pissed off Steve Bruce by going out a lot in Birmingham. Then didn't turn up for training after Christmas, I think it was. So he was put on the transfer list, worked his way back into the team, but continually undermined Steve Bruce at training, which saw him sold to Portsmouth. So
top lad.
Troublemaker, yeah. But yeah, Aliou Cisse. Aliou Cisse. Josh has sent me an image about something.
Yeah, I just want your quick thoughts on because we obviously that kind of draws. We've done the quiz, we've done the Wikifiles, we've done a review. I just want a quick mention the Championship obviously coming to a head at the moment.
Yeah.
I want to know your thoughts on who you'd like to see in the Premier League next year.
Who would I like to see in the Premier League? I would like to see Fulham.
Oh.
Nottingham Forest. I would like to see Leeds up there. But I also do have a bit of a soft spot for West Brom as well. But I think I'd prefer Leeds over West Brom.
Oh, definitely for me, definitely Leeds. West Brom are very similar to Norwich. I really can't be taking them being back in and back out. And plus, Spurs didn't have a good record against West Brom. I like Fulham. Fulham are good footballing side. I like seeing them there. And I've always liked historical Premier League sides. Fulham have had obviously their history. For some reason, seeing Brentford up there. I mean, I take Ollie Watkins, their forward, cracking player, but I don't have a want to see them in the Premier League, which is a bit of a shame.
I mean, yeah, my thing with Brentford is that, and no offence to the place of Brentford or the fans of Brentford Football Club or Brentford Football Club themselves, but it doesn't sound Premier League. And there'll be people that say Norwich don't sound Premier League. Well, they've got relegated, so there you go.
Yeah, but the big clubs, the sleeping giants of Nottingham Forest and Leeds, big old stadiums, big history. I don't know. I feel like I like to see those. Yeah, Nottingham Forest, Leeds, and probably Fulham. I'd say. I wouldn't mind seeing like a Derby back in there because you obviously got the history of Derby. Pride Park's there. You obviously Branko Strupar and Benito Carbone and all that kind of history. I don't know. Even Blackburn as well. I like nostalgia.
Oh, no. Blackburn can stay down. They can keep falling. I'm not a big fan of Blackburn.
Not a fan of Blackburn, you know.
Fulham. My proviso with Fulham is that they come up. They have to keep Mitrovic and they have to play him every game because I love him.
Well, he can't play every game because he gets sent off about 3 times a season.
He can play every game he's available.
Literally got sent off, and then when his game back a few days ago, scored against Cardiff, I think it was.
Yeah. So
okay, interesting.
Cool. Well,
similar veins of thought there. None of us are wanting to see Cardiff, Brentford, and West Brom there.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't mind West Brom, from my opinion. I wouldn't mind them. So, but
I need to get a better kit for me.
A better kit? What you don't like?
Yeah,
is in the blue and white stripes is boring. Or
no, it's normally the manufacturer. They never normally have. They might have had Adidas previous actually. It always seems like they should have like an Araya sponsor or a really kind of cheap manufacturer. Sorry.
Cup up.
Yeah, it just seems like, oh, come on, no, keep it classy. You know, it's keep it high level, please.
Right, well, if there's any other business, Josh, we'll end it there. But
no, I've covered my hatred of West Brom's kit, so that's, I think we've scraped that barrel.
Excellent stuff. We did forget to mention we didn't get around to Watford Newcastle. Well played, Watford.
Boo, Deeney, boo.
Yeah, 2 goals for your best mate, Troy Deeney. So, but yes, if you do want to catch up on our back catalogue, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. I think we've given up with Apple Pod, haven't we? Apple Podcasts, because it's just
too hard. They're too hard to get through. You got to have all the. It's got to be. Oh, it's just annoying.
Done. We're done with Apple.
Yeah. Boycott.
Well, I've got 2 Apple iPhones right in front of me. So
yeah, I've got a lot of Apple stuff. So
we're not going to really boycott them. But yes, you can find us at YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Just search for Football Talk. On YouTube, we're near the top. Spotify, SoundCloud, we're near the top, I think, as well. Spotify, just got to scroll down a little bit and find our logo, our green Football Talk logo, which Josh can show off on his Football Talk flask, actually, which is very nice. Not in stores, and limited supply of 1 at the moment, which Josh owns. So, but I should get one, really. Yeah, I should have a go at my wife and tell her that, look what Josh's wife did.
Yes.
But where did I get to? Yes, you can talk along with us on Twitter, where we'll get back to our weekly polls, which I promise I will do one this week. I've been saying that for 2 weeks, but I will do one this week, where we just talk about football. Josh gets into arguments about red cards, which is brilliant on that account. You can follow us at Football Talk, but remember,
there's no A in football.
And with that, we will leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. From me and Josh, it's farewell.
Bye.